בעזרת השם נעשה ונצליח. יהי רצון שדברי התורה שנאמר יהיו לעילוי נשמות כל מתי ישראל, ובכללם מרת אמי מורתי ועטרת ראשי בנפש ג'וליאט בת דוד ונאזי. One of the weirdest campaign for election that ever happened in the history of universe is the campaign that Korach decided to go through in order to become the next leader of Am Yisrael. Korach went everywhere and he told this story to people about how bad Moshe and Aaron are, how they took care of themselves, ignoring everyone else. And he said to them, I have a neighbor, poor widow with 2 girls. She's so poor that she didn't have even a piece of bread to eat. So what she did, with whatever she could collect, charities here and there, she bought a field in order to plant there some fruits, some vegetables, so she will have something to eat and also something maybe to sell and to survive. As soon as she start planting, plowing the land, Moshe Rabbeinu came as fast as he could. Make sure that you fulfill this mitzvah of lo tacharosh beshor ubachamor yachdav. Do not plow the land with an axe and a donkey together. Okay, Rabbi, thank you. And then she wanted to plant. Right away Moshe Rabbeinu came and warned her, Lo tizra karmecha kil'aim. Do not mix different plants together. When she came to harvest what she planted, he came again and warned her, make sure that you give what you're supposed to give to the poor people. Don't forget to leave some leket, shichecha, and pe'ah for the poor people. Okay. No, finally, when she had it and she was ready to eat, Moshe Rabbeinu was there. Before you eat, don't forget to give 10% to my brother, teruma, and then you can eat from the new harvest. She got so upset and she decided that making money, eating from the field is impossible, because those rabbis every 5 seconds coming and telling her, you have to leave something aside, you have to give more and more and more and more. So she decided that she's selling the land and she's buying 2 lambs from the wool. She planned to knit nice sweaters for her daughters so they will feel comfortable at night when it's cold. The time came that she needed to cut the wool from the lambs, and Rabbi Aaron came and reminded her, lady, remember that the very first time that you cut the wool, everything should go to the Kohen. Again, those rabbis. One of them gave birth to a male lamb, and the Kohen come again and said, remember every firstborn you have to give to the Kohen. This woman, the widow, Korach continued and explained it to anyone who came to listen to his campaign. She got fed up. Just give and give and give and give. I prefer to do nothing. She decided that she's going to slaughter the lamb, and at least for a while she will have something that she can eat, some meat that she can eat, survive a bit. Right away Aaron came and says, listen, the zeroa, the lechayim, and the keva, the hand, the cheeks, and the intestines, this is matnot kehuna, this is what you have to give to the kohanim, and the rest is yours. The widow, again, she saw that she cannot get rid of those rabbis. She said, you know what? I am doing cherem. These things, those lamps, whatever, I don't want nothing from that. Cherem la Hashem. No, Aaron HaKohen hears it and it says, remember, kol cherem, any cherem that you do, la Kohen yeh, and this is mine. This is the story that Korach used in his campaign against Moshe and Aharon in order to be elected. And of course, he ended with so much dramatic storytelling that finally this widow, poor widow, died and her daughter with her. Nowadays, probably people will come and say, the government is corrupted, the government is taking money for themselves, the government doesn't take care of us, poor people, too much taxes, too much here, too much there. But let's analyze this story. Korach saying that he had a poor neighbor, poor widow, who was poor in the desert. We all know that to begin with, everyone had man so much that he never was hungry. And the man came b'zchut of Moshe Rabbeinu. We know that Bnei Yisrael, the poorest one, got from either from the Egyptian in Mitzrayim and thereafter when God brought to the land all the treasures that they took with them, the poorest one filled up 90 trucks, 90 donkeys, filled up with jewelry and gold and what have you. The poorest one was much richer than the richest person on earth right now. And Korach, he was the richest of all at that time. Because of Moshe, that they got this man, and everyone could test whatever test that he wanted in this man. So why to complain against Moshe? She bought a field in the desert. In the desert, who buys field? It's like today saying, someone bought the Brooklyn Bridge. Who is selling the Brooklyn Bridge? Let's assume she bought the land and she planted whatever she planted. How she watered the land? The only place that they had water was the well of Miriam. And she was the sister of Moshe and Aharon. And because of Miriam, all Bnei Yisrael got water to drink. And we're talking about millions of people and billions of animals. He said, Moshe Rabbeinu came and warned this woman, Lo tacharosh beshor v'chamor yachdav, do not plow the land with ox and donkey together. This has nothing to do with Moshe Rabbeinu. This is a command that Moshe Rabbeinu has nothing to do with that. Matanot le'aniyim, to leave leket, shichecha, and pe'ah. Once again, it has nothing to do with Moshe Rabbeinu. More than that, to give truma to the Kohen, it's enough 1 grain of wheat that can take care of the whole entire land. So, from the Oraita, from the Torah, all what she had to do is not to give everything that she had. 1 little grain, and this will be enough. And as far as Ma'aser that you give to Levi, this poor lady, poor neighbor of you, she could give it to you, not to Moshe Rabbeinu. You are a Levi also. What you telling that Moshe took it for himself or for you? This poor lady could not take it. She sold the land. Who will buy the land? It's like someone will offer to buy a piece of land in the Sahara Desert. Who to begin with will go there? Who will buy? And what you can do there? She sold it. Let's assume that someone really got it, bought it from her. She bought 2 lambs. She wanted the wool to knit sweaters for her daughters. Why? The cloud that was covering Am Yisrael, everyone felt so comfortable. Besides, why you need new clothes? Whatever you had, since you didn't use so much the clothes, and they grow as you grow, and the clouds clean them for you, so why you need sweaters? And as Korach concludes the story, knowing that all these favors is done because of Aharon, the cloud because of Aharon, the man because of Moshe, and the water because of Miriam, he said that his poor widow died. My neighbor, he said, Korach, didn't have what to eat, and therefore she died out of hunger. Excuse us, Mr. Korach, you, the richest person on earth at that time, if you have such a neighbor, such a poor widow next to you as your neighbor, it was so hard for you to prepare for her maybe a daily meal? Or as a matter of fact, just give a little bit donation to better her life? How you let her die? This is what people do in order to gain some respect, some honor, some authorities. Unfortunately, people are not stupid. You can find one person that you can tell him Bobemaises stories, but you cannot fool the whole nation all the time. At the end, there will be some people that will question what you're saying. And if you go against Torah authorities, for sure you will lose in a very bad way.